San Francisco Mayor London Breed is under fire after video has come to light that shows her maskless, dancing and singing during a live indoor performance.
Well, here we go again. Democrats behaving badly. They're the ones that believe in the mask, but they're the ones that keep getting caught not wearing it. They're also the ones that will shame you if you don't. In this week's episode, we have diversity hire mayor from San Francisco, California, telling you why it's okay she went maskless, but if you do it, you're gonna lose your rights. Check her out.
I had a good time at the Black Cat, and I think it's sad that this is even a story. The fact is, there was something that was really monumental that occurred, and that is Tony, the original members, the brothers, Raphael Sadiq and Dwayne Wiggins, who have not performed in public for, I believe, at least over 20 years.
Oh, not Tony. By all means, let's remove the masks.
They are just really some of the most incredible artists in the history of this country.
That is Breed there on the left, and her critics are seizing on this, saying that she violated her own health department's masking order, which came out in August.
And now she lies that she was eating the whole time.
And from my perspective, you know, I was there, I was eating, and I was drinking, and I was sitting with my friends, and everyone who came in there was vaccinated. So the fact that we have turned this into a story about being maskless, no, I'm not going to sip and put my mask on, sip and put my mask on, sip and put my mask on, eat and put my mask on.
This is no different than Anthony Fauci, President Barack Obama at his party, Nancy Pelosi, or her nephew Gavin Newsom, all of which have the toughest rules for masks available. They'll shut down your business, but they get to play as they choose. Because after all, rules are for thee, not for me.
While I'm eating and I'm drinking, I'm going to keep my mask off. We were all having a good time. And again, all vaccinated.
Here's what the order says, and applies to the vaccinated, like the mayor, and the unvaccinated. People may remove their well-fitted mask while actively eating or drinking, while dining indoors, or while taking in live performances. Now, actively being the operative word there.
I was eating and I was drinking and I was sitting with my friends. No, I'm not going to sip and put my mask on. Sip and put my mask on.
Not eating, not drinking, close to people without a mask on. The San Francisco Chronicle reported that Breed attended a birthday party at the 3-star Michelin restaurant, the French Laundry, with 7 others back in November, just days before San Francisco rolled back the reopening of indoor dining, and despite state guidelines that strongly discourage social gatherings. Now, if the French Laundry sounds familiar, that's because it's the same restaurant where California Governor Gavin Newsom attended a party last year the day before Breed.
I'm a Democrat leader.
Democrats who favor COVID restrictions, they know the political perils of violating their own guidance, whether in spirit or in letter.
So the fact that this is even a story is sad. Like, you know, like sip and drink, that is just not realistic. And when you go to restaurants, I was at a restaurant, same thing. I'm leaving my mask down while I'm enjoying my food. I'm not putting it on and taking it off, putting it on. People are not doing that. So that's just not realistic. You all know it's not realistic. But don't feel as though you have to be micromanaged about mask wearing.
Really? You're vaccinated?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are? Because I already have natural immunity.
There was a study that came out of Israel about natural immunity, and basically the headline was that natural immunity provides a lot of protection, even better than the vaccines alone. What are people to make of that? So as we talk about vaccine mandates, I get calls all the time. People say, I've already had COVID, I'm protected, and now the study says maybe even more protected than the vaccine alone. Should they also get the vaccine? How do you make the case to them?
You know, that's a really good point, Sanjay. I don't have a really firm answer for you on that. That's something that we're going to have to discuss regarding the durability of the response. The one thing the paper from Israel didn't tell you is whether or not, as high as the protection is with natural infection, what's the durability compared to the durability of a vaccine. So it is conceivable that you got infected, you're protected, but you may not be protected for an indefinite period of time. So I think that is something that we need to sit down and discuss seriously, because you very appropriately pointed out it is an issue. And there could be an argument for saying what you said.
You're not going to follow me around in the store and point at me to people, so I will video you.
So we have a state regulation that...
and it's not a law. You're an idiot.
No. Oh, so you're going to insult me now. So my wife is a...
Leave her alone.
My wife
God,
is
leave
a
her
specialist
alone.
in
Here.
infectious diseases.
Oh, is she?
What are you doing?
I'm getting
This
you
is
to leave her alone.
between the two of us.
So what? Leave her alone. You got your mask on. You're safe. I'm sure you're vaccinated too.
He is. He has a badge that says it.
I do. So my wife is a doctor who specializes in infectious disease. So, do you think that she just doesn't know what she's talking about?
It's her choice. It's her choice. Just leave her alone.
No, there's a store requirement and a state requirement. It's not her choice.
You can't harass her.
It's
What are you
all of
even
our
in here
job
for?
as a community to come together.
You're not
and
even
make
shopping.
sure
You're
that
going
people are
around to
shamed.
harass people.
Then make sure that people are shamed
He was following
when
me.
they put the
He
rest
won't
of
leave me
us at
alone.
risk.
Like, we don't need the fun police to come in and try and micromanage and tell us what we should or shouldn't be doing.
The party did go on. Hundreds of guests in attendance. The former president can be seen in pictures hitting the dance floor without a mask. We're told that he danced all night and had a great time.
I mean, you get on the plane, you need the mask, but then when the pretzels come, you don't need the mask. Here's me using the pretzels for the entire flight. Enjoy. I have never made a pretzel last that long in my life.
Just to be clear, I was sitting at my table, and when, I don't know about you and whether or not you know who Raphael Sadiq and Dwayne Wiggins are, but
Put your mask on. Put your mask on.
if you know who they are, I don't care where you're sitting, you're gonna get up and start dancing. My drink was sitting at the table.
Keep it on. Put your mask on.
I got up and started dancing because I was feeling the spirit.
Hey, do you like me exposing hypocrisy? You know, a lot of people are trying to shut down my comedy tour just because I tell the truth. So here's what you can do. Show up to one of the comedy tour dates on kvon.tv. Or if you want to make a one-time donation, you can do it on GoFundMe, PayPal, Venmo, or Cashapp. And finally, join me on Locals, Patreon, or just send me your email address so that if I get shut down on all these different sites, I can still invite you to my shows. The way to do that is on my website, kvon.tv/contact. See you at the next show. Maskless!
I got up and started dancing because I was feeling the spirit. But don't feel as though you have to be micromanaged about mask wearing.